Salman Rushdie was born on June 19, 1947 in Bombay, India. He comes from a Muslim family. His father Anis Rushdie was a businessman educated in Cambridge, and his mother Neen Bhatt was a teacher. Rushdie grew up with three sisters. Always indulged in being surrounded with books, he had aspired to become a writer since he was 5 years old. He was educated at Cathedral and John Connon School in Bombay, Rugby School in Warwickshire, and University of Cambridge in England, where he studied history. After a brief career as an actor, he worked as a freelance advertising copywriter in England. The experience of expatriation, which he shared with many writers of his generation who were born in the Third World, is an important theme in his writing. He is an Anglo-Indian author who likes to link his style with magical realism, which is a mix of religion, fantasy, and mythology. He loves to work with fragmented connections between Eastern and Western civilizations. On August 15, 1947, India gained its independence from Britain. As India's independence made a huge impact on the world, it also affected Rushdie's writing. His novel Midnight's Children was all interconnected to the history of India. Several other books that he has written include The Ground Beneath Her Feet, Shame, Shalimar the Clown, Fury, and The Satanic Verses. The release of his book The Satanic Verses in 1988 gained a lot of attention from the public view. It is a story about two Indian actors who struggle with religion, spirituality, and nationality. Though the book won a Whitbread Award, Rushdie's free adaptation of Islamic history and theology earned him a fatwa, which was a death sentence from the Iranian leader Ayatollah Khomeini. The book was banned and burned in many countries. Lots of people that were involved with writing and publishing the book were injured and killed. After this death threat, Rushdie avoided everyone in the public, although he did continue to write several books and novels. Rushdie released a fantasy novel, Harun and the Sea of Stories, written for his son by his first marriage. That same year, Rushdie made a public apology to the world, but continued to live in isolation. However, the death sentence helped write out many ideas in his writing, which also gave him thought about writing colonial and post-colonial times. Step Across the Slide, a collection of essays that he wrote, including subjects from the September 11 attacks to the Wizard of Oz, shows exactly that. Most of Rushdie's writing also involves around the interpretation of many beliefs and religions. But Rushdie is an atheist. This upstaged many Muslims who used to consider Rushdie as an indomitable figure in the Muslim community. Despite all the difficulties Rushdie has gone through in his life, his achievements are always being greatly rewarded. Rushdie is a proud recipient of several prestigious awards, honorary doctorates, and fellowships. He was appointed Knight Bachelor by Queen Elizabeth in 2007 because of his immense contribution to English literature. He holds the rank of France's highest artistic honor. Rushdie is also on the 13th writer in the Times list of the 50 greatest British writers since 1945. Rushdie mentioned that one needs to develop patience in order to achieve something. One also needs to take small steps with careful consideration. He says that you need to understand yourself and be your one and only best critic in life. Through those words, Rushdie hopes to continually pursue his writing career successfully.
The writer can say, I think of it this way. It may not be the way you think of it, I think of it this way. What do you think about the way I think of it? You know? And that's the gamble of literature, in a way, is that the writer sitting in his room will ask that question to the best of his ability and then send it out into the world and hopes that the world has a favorable answer to the question, you know, and that becomes the dialogue between the book and the world.